This ain't your crap boss have radios. Grab your rig, hit the trail, mine set on fire. Bugs on the air, activating the wire. Summits on the air, string CQ. Portable power, no shack, just me and you. Experiment wild, break the old rules. Contesting pileups, we're running the fools. No age limit, here it's a state of mind. Kids table rebels leave a boring behind. Heavy signals crashing down. CQ, own the town. Born a soda contest war. Ham radio kids table forevermore. People bait, waves in the fight. This is our revolution, turn it up tonight. Kids table, hell yeah. Not your grandpa's, we're the future on the air. Kids table, out.
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh.
I mean, I figured it said it in the song. I could say it as soon as we started.
Oh, you should hear.
I'm sorry. I'm starting to act like I'm on the clubhouse.
I don't know.
Sorry
Here we
about
go.
Where did Frank go? My God.
I see the clubhouse filter is working perfectly. I wonder if that means, because I just said it, that it applies going forward again.
Said what?
I said
Oh, no.
clubhouse.
Oh, God.
That's great. I love AI.
AI is an awesome tool. Well, good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to the Ham Radio Clubhouse. It is another Wednesday night, and we are here to gather around the table to have some fun, talk. And
Sorry, did you say welcome to the Ham Radio Kids Table?
I said the kids' table, or did I say the Ham Radio Clubhouse?
You did.
Oh, darn it!
I missed it.
Oh, golly.
So for those in chat that haven't caught on yet, every time Tuesday night show word gets said, I get booted.
What show is that?
Is it the Ham Radio
There's a-
Clubhouse?
Oh,
Didn't know there was a show on Tuesday night.
Yeah.
Well, Joe, you're part of it. I mean, you're the silent part most times, but yeah.
I get in the chat every Tuesday night. Is that
Yeah,
a show? Okay.
Yeah, you get in the chat. You just don't get much on screen time. But tonight's
So-
all about you.
is that
When JoeBrett gets on, I mean, his basso profundo voice is unmistakable.
It's hard. It's hard. You know, you got to have that high pitch, right, to break a pile up. And I can't break Izzo and Shane's pile up sometimes with the bass. So
No, you
I
just
just
have to
sit back.
take two bricks and put them down below your gluteus maximus and squeeze them together a little bit. And then you talk like this.
You know, I got to say, we've been trying to figure out how to get Randy on here so we can hear about this growing up with Shane, brother sibling thing. But now I'm starting to think, now with JoeBrett on here, we can get that without having to.
yeah, I think they just met really. Last few months or so.
Man, I bet they beat each other up as brothers.
Yeah, probably so.
No doubt.
I mean, good brothers should, of course.
Right.
Yeah.
That's why they like
Absolutely.
each other now.
So, well, hey guys, we have JoeBrett in here tonight. What I wanted to do is have him talk about his new application, APRS PropView. One of the things that we love really pushing here at the kids table is this new generation of people coming into amateur radio. It's not your grandpa's ham radio anymore. And JoeBrett is taking some skills that he had. I think he said he might have lost after college, and he's finding them again and writing some software, which is always a good thing. And so we wanted to get him in here to talk about that. But we also got a long night tonight. So what I did want to do is kind of go around the horn. We haven't done this in a while, kind of see how everybody's doing and to go from there. And Vince, I think you're up at the top there. So let's.
Vince is up at the top. Hey, for once in a while. Yeah. Hey, it's been a while. I've been on the road for my primary employer, and I haven't been around to a lot of these lately, but finally my project is working in the area that I live in. So I don't go for overnights anymore, which is okay. Boy, what have I been up to? Man, I just dropped a video that really seems to have struck a chord with a bunch of people. And I went off and did a performance rally, a high-speed stage rally in case you're unfamiliar with it, you know, you usually see these videos of the Red Bull cars going super crazy on tiny logging roads, jumping over things and skidding through gravel corners. Yeah, that's the kind of rally I'm doing.
So
I'm
allowed it?
I'm not a driver.
Okay.
I'm one of the two net control operators running the event logistics and safety.
I was gonna say,
for the event.
were you one of the passengers holding on like with a death grip onto anything you can?
Onto the Jesus bar. I've done that once. It was a hoot. I remember it as "Go faster, please," and Chris, who was driving me, remembers it as screaming for my mommy in one of the course opening cars. So the thing that I've been doing a whole lot of in the last bunch of years is just simply net control. It keeps me, frankly, in the heart of the action, and I find it a tremendous challenge. And all of my Go kit prep goes into this because my Go kit, if you've seen my VHF Go kit, it's fully redundant. The only thing it doesn't have a second one of is a power supply. I bring a battery along for that.
Yeah.
You know, you don't need much battery to ride out a brownout. 2 feed lines, 2 antennas, all low loss feed line, RG400 getting to the outside. It's a hell of a challenge to set up. This year, the setup took me 4 hours because I had to run 100 feet of feed line to 1 antenna.
Oh, wow.
And strap it to the side of the building. I was using my flagpoles to go mast and a bit of duct tape to hold, you know, the mount and the 5/8 whip on top of it. We were working simplex, and we had a very unfortunate event happen. And I'm not going to go into a whole lot of detail, but we lost a volunteer due to a medical issue while that volunteer was in transit to their position as a volunteer. So we had to launch our own internal search and rescue for the guy. It was quite a day.
Was found okay then?
He was found just fine. He was home that night. Yeah,
Okay, good. Good.
Yeah, I mean, our events that we run in Western Canada, we run with paramedics, search and rescue trained people doing recovery and doing medical support and such. We had everything we needed. It's just a matter of locating the guy who went off the beaten path to the tune of 1.5 miles in the middle of friggin' nowhere, like the mountains. Frankly, it was frightening.
Was he?
Now, Vince,
Maybe
Vince, when did that video drop again?
That video dropped already about a week ago.
Before Clubhouse,
week
right?
and a half ago. Well, you know, it dropped on a Friday, so by
okay.
definition, that's either after Clubhouse or before Clubhouse. So, I mean, the filter isn't quite peaked exactly correct because it was set 3
trim it
times.
up a little bit.
It's AI.
Trim it up a little bit. That's all right. It'll
It's
get
still
there.
in the learning stage.
Yeah.
So, you know, that's what I've been up to. So I'll drop that video link here in the chat. You know, go take a look at it. I'm told that I set up gear the way nobody else does. And there's some ideas in there for people to grab from. So, and thanks, Brian, for your comments in the chat about the video. I had fun recording it. So here, that's what I've been up to, man.
I haven't seen this video. Do you do the setup of your Go kits or run through the setup in this one? Because I know you've had videos in the past with them in there. And if it's not, we should link one of the videos to a previous setup video because you do have a pretty extensive Go kit. Are you still got them in the bright yellow Nanook or?
Yeah, Pelican cases. Yeah. And I only brought my VHF kit. My VHF kit and about 3 or 4 of those, you know, Rubbermaid totes full of stuff. One of them had 300 feet of feed line in it. We used almost all of it between myself and my co-operator because the windows wouldn't open. Somebody said, "Oh, this is the most Canadian thing ever, running net control out of a hockey arena." That's where we were, but no windows that opened. So we had to go out through a door. Things like pool noodles wrapped around the wires to make sure the door doesn't close them. We couldn't go through the windows or out the windows because the windows in that building used to open. Well, I could have, but I'm sure they would have frowned upon a 50 caliber making an opening of the right size. Yeah, especially this is Canada, you know.
Yeah.
50 cal ain't all that common up here.
You should have brought a moose up there and let him hit the wall.
I did see a couple. I did see a couple of moose on that trip, and I saw 2 or 3 bears. I did get to do some POTA along the way, so my unique POTA count is it's going up and up and up. I'm really happy about that. Yeah.
But did you see Rocky?
No, nor Bullwinkle.
Well, you saw some moose, so you saw Bullwinkle.
No, this one was too small for Bullwinkle.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Crazy
So hey,
stuff.
that's what I've been up to. It's been a whirlwind around here.
Awesome. Joe Brett, what you been
Hey,
up to?
man,
How you
you
doing?
know, if you know anything about JoeBrett don't do a whole lot.
Yeah.
I make just enough YouTube videos so far, luckily, to not get kicked out of the partner program.
There you go.
You know, one good banger once a year, maybe, and a few little in and out videos throughout the rest of the time. Here recently, besides when I'm not on the clubhouse on Tuesday nights, oh, sorry, Frank. I have
No, we
been-
we don't have to apologize.
Okay.
If the Canadian says you don't gotta apologize, Joe, you don't gotta. Trust me, it's all
sorry, Vince. Sorry. Just booting around. Anyway, yeah. So here recently, what we're here to talk about tonight, kind of show you, is this rabbit hole. I'm good about getting in rabbit holes, and I decided to purposely make a APRS program of what I'll use APRS for, and that's what we're going to get into tonight. And then, of course, that kind of went into another smaller rabbit hole. And then besides that, I've been doing some like estate sale stuff, and I'm kind of on a roll with some ham radio gear. I got great deals on a couple HF rigs that were struck by lightning, and fingers crossed, I think it only takes one component for at least one of them to get it going 100%. I confirmed today that it transmits, it receives. It just needs a little help getting 3 volts injected into the right place. Anywho, that's for the long part of the show.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Just don't ask me to do the soldering.
Oh, Lord, no.
Yeah, we know you don't do soldering.
We've seen.
I've gotten better, but yeah, just don't ask me to. But based on the job that you showed last night, yeah, I think I could beat that any day
Where was that he showed last night?
on
Was it?
Clubhouse.
Oh,
Hey.
It's all my fault, and I'm proud of it.
So Jody, if you didn't notice just then, every time a certain word gets said, I get booted.
and what word is that?
I just said it, so I'm tapped out for 2 minutes.
Oh,
Clubhouse.
now it's happening in the chat.
Pretense.
Oh,
Like
Lordy, Lordy,
precogs from what was that show? Minority Report, the precogs, right?
Lordy. Yeah.
So, Jeff, what do you got going on? How you doing?
I'm doing good. I dropped my first antenna review video last night. Yeah, wow,
Ooh.
last night. Yeah, I did that pretty quickly. I just didn't have time before Hamvention to do it, and then they asked like, "Hey, what's going on?" And I was like, "Hey, it's raining right now," and I had to get ready for Hamvention. So, yeah, I'll do it next
Jeff
time as
said
soon as
it.
it's sunny.
Jeff said it.
No, one of
See you
us
in-
has to
See
say
you in
it.
30 seconds.
This is like, you remember in the carnivals, where you throw the softball or whatever it is,
Yeah.
the dunk tank.
Yeah.
Dunk tank, yeah.
I like the dunk tank.
Yeah, it's kind of like a dunk tank, but we have to say it or we have to chat it.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah. Nice
Yeah.
try, Jeff. Too many caps.
Yeah, but he got the boot for that for a little bit. Or did he get
You
it?
just
No,
have to say it once.
Just
Yeah.
Oh, it's
He got timed out.
warning. It's just
Yeah.
all lowercase will work.
yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I got that done as soon as the sun came out, and there's a quick video. Relatively, I mean, the review part of it was pretty quick. It's like, yeah, it works, and here's the antenna. Here's me setting it up, and yeah. Now that I have that done, I could try to get through my Hamvention videos and get those out. The pod activations I did for Hamvention, and
Nice.
get some start playing with some more antennas, because I got a whole bunch of antennas I need to start playing with, and I'll be doing a special video with someone at the end of the month, I believe. So those will all be coming. So I got to get all my stuff done. At least the videos I have recorded so far done. And then, yeah, be kicking out more videos.
Awesome. How was the trip back?
I almost died twice.
Uh-oh.
in the same day, within like 15 minutes of each other. I'm
At
like,
least you got it out of the way.
yeah. So after, I think it's like either before I got to the end of the Pennsylvania Turnpike or right afterwards, a little hatchback tried to merge into my lane with me still there. Then like 10, 15 minutes later, a tractor trailer tried to do the same thing from the other side.
Wow.
Well, at least it was exciting.
Yeah. Yeah, it did make it exciting, but not as exciting as my my first day on the road to get there, though.
Yeah, I have a 2 incident on the road limit, and once that second incident happens, I stop the car and I stop driving for the rest of the day.
Oh, I was yelling at that. I was yelling at that hatchback. It's like, you beep, beep, beep,
Yeah.
beep, beep, and top my lungs because they couldn't hear me. But anyway,
Hearing Jeff mention POTA, it reminded me. We familiar with the website? I forget some service where if somebody has your call sign, made a contact with you in a video, you can look it up. You seen that?
Yes.
yeah, actually, I have it on my
No.
thingamajiggy.
So I'd looked at it one time, and then it was like 26 videos. I was like, sweet, man, I'm popular, right? It's all Jeff's videos. It's where I was making contacts with him while he was photoing for like 2 years, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. And then I get a notification like a month ago that I've got, I'm in videos at the site. I guess I signed up for it. So I'm like, oh, a new video, and I click on it, and nope, it's still just all Jeff. So I guess you have to upload your own videos and like tag the contacts with the ADIF or something.
No, it's just like putting stuff in the comments. I think it's like I put the time.
Oh, in the chapters.
The chapters. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay.
And it reads those. VE2 Zulu Delta X-ray is the person that did it, that's created it. And it's just VE2ZDX.com, and I believe it'll take you right there too.
Sorry, slight correction. Being Canadian, VE2ZDX.com. Had to say it.
Yeah. So I love this. My Starlink decided to drop and then come back. That's why I probably disappeared.
Didn't notice.
Yeah.
What's he talking about?
What happened?
Did somebody say Clubhouse? They must have.
Mike N2MAK says, wow, Shane, Izzo, Steve, and Beer Snack look way different tonight. But Mike, who's who from Clubhouse tonight? Wow, yeah.
A little delay there.
Frank Starlink's a little slow on the uptake.
Got to stop running that AI on a Raspberry Pi 2.
I thought the 02W would work just fine, but apparently not.
No.
Well, Frank, what do you got going on?
Not a whole lot.
Do it the right way. Thursday.
Frank, something else. You never know what's going to show up. We're doing Reddit posts, trying to help people. You got questions about your shack or some problems you're having, or you're new and you want to get your shack set up, that's the place to be. And then I got a nice little surprise in the mail.
Ba-ba-da-da.
What's this? Is there any Clubhouse stickers?
AH2XX.
Of course, he takes it away as, Tim over in Guam.
Oh, yeah. I just remembered I could send him some stuff. I forgot that Guam is a U.S. territory, so it's just sending like a regular.
Yeah.
I forgot. I keep forgetting.
You hear that, Tim? Jeff was going to send you something before and then realized, and now he knows it's a 52-cent stamp and he's okay with it.
No,
all right. So Mike
Mike
says, I'm Izzo, Tim is Beer Snack, Vince is Shane, and Jeff is Steve.
What?
So, I'm Izzo.
Hey, that's Mike's opinion. He's entitled to it.
Yeah, that's Mike's opinion. I have no clue what he means that were those people.
Well,
I know they're all from the Clubhouse.
Kelly.
But I don't understand what that's supposed to be. It's like we're like the pretend.
No, who's who from Clubhouse?
Speaking of Clubhouse,
Yeah, that's what I kind of meant, like a replacement kind of
Yeah.
stand-ins for
I think
them.
the AI needs some tweaking, that the more often it's said, the longer the delay is, that Frank is sent into the kindergarten there for a minute.
Lordy.
that's possibly
Detention.
Yeah. Speaking of that, I heard your fellow co-hosts were giving you some crap last night for mentioning that you were coming on here.
Yeah, maybe I didn't preamble them, a little bit. They get a little tense sometimes when you go to another show.
Jealousy?
Are you moving over?
Jealousy?
Are you coming back? Kind of thing. You never know these days. So.
He's leaving us.
I mean, look at T.O. and Jim leaving Coffee and Ham Radios, and then Molson left Clubhouse.
Yeah. So.
Okay.
Huh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Delay.
I think this got the Timu filter on it. It's what the problem is.
The team you filter.
Timu filter on the AI or something.
But yeah.
I wonder if one of these times when he comes back, his shirt's going to change color or something.
I hope he doesn't come back midway changing it,
Well,
no.
too.
I'm not going to pull an Izzo. There's no Izzo or
Lord.
Shane going on here.
Do what now?
Oh, you missed it.
What
You really
else?
should watch the show sometime, but
Right?
Who shows that?
Clubhouse.
Oh, okay.
I thought you'd learn by now that even if he says it, or is he?
Jeff, maybe
You-
I'm doing
no.
it on purpose.
Yeah.
Well, why would you do it on purpose?
Engagement
Oh.
is engagement is engagement. Simple
You know
as that.
that's about press, not engagement. It doesn't work that way, Frank. You just
Yeah,
can't say
I'll
it's the
come
same
back as
thing.
Frank Headroom, right? Yeah, absolutely, Jody.
Yeah, there we go. Well, so last week I got the joy of going to Las Vegas and spending the week out there, and doing that. And
Is it true? Is it true that it stayed in Las Vegas?
Well, yeah. I mean, I left stuff in Vegas like every day, but I don't know where it wound up. Probably in Lake Mead. God knows. But I did get an opportunity to do some POTA. First day I got there, we got out and went to Lake Mead and set up out there. Had a good time. Probably 40 or 50 contacts in the log. I had to go to the conference, so I was tied up Sunday through Thursday. And then Thursday, I reached out to Rory and during the day and was coordinating when he could swing by and pick me up. And he's like, dude, I got a 4 now. They had just opened up a park that day that lined up with 3 other parks. So the new Potosi or Potosi, I don't know, POTOSI, state historical marker, which is an area just outside of Vegas where, not POTA. That would have been cool if it was POTA.
Potosi.
Potosi, but
Potassi.
but I don't know. Dude, I'm from Indiana, man.
And Tim, everything is a spot outside of Las Vegas when you're around there. Come on.
That is true. But which was interesting. So the old Spanish Trail was right there, and then Red Rock Canyon, BLM, and Red Rock herd management area all converge. And so we got out there. He picks me up. It's 105 degrees outside. We get on the interstate. We're heading out, and we're reading 108 on the dash thermometer, right? And I'm like, well, this is going to be a fun activation. Get up the hill. Where we got the park was shaded by I'm not going to call it a mountain, but whatever those big rock things are that stand 30 feet in the air, 40 feet, 50 feet.
A hill.
It provided some serious shade.
Yeah, it's a boot.
70. It was like 75 degrees. Now the antenna, where the antenna was scorching hot, but where this was, not bad at all. and got another great activation. Worked all the way up to Fairbanks, Alaska,
Nice.
and down all the way out to the East Coast. We were on 20 meters at like 6 o'clock Pacific time. So was at 9 p.m. Eastern, and still getting East Coast stations, which was good.
Cool.
So, yeah, it was a lot of fun. And so both Rory and I waited for Rory to get his logs up there so he could be number 2. The person who I'm not sure what his role is. I've heard he's this coordinator for the state for POTA, but he had already activated the spot. So
Go figure.
yeah. But and we had to activate it when our logs went up, or our activation was technically on the next the next day. So day 1 activator, day 2 there was at least 2 activators. So number 2, number 3, and I guess we were leading the park as far as the number of queues.
Not bad.
Yeah, made the trip fun.
Cool.
I tried to tune in. I seen you spotted, but it's couldn't pull you out the noise over here in Mississippi.
Yeah, we got on 40.
I was probably on the other side of that rock.
You were, well, east and west, due east, due west was clear. We were literally running right alongside the interstate or the highway, and so east and west was a slot that the roadway went through, and had great coverage that way. But everything south was blocked. So we did switch over to 40, made 1 or 2 contacts on 40, and that was about it. And then some guy got pissy and told us to get off his lawn because they started a net up 10 minutes after we were doing it, 2 KC up. So
Bless their hearts.
yeah, I told him to go on to the clubhouse and learn how to use their notch filters.
Oh, that's okay. 34 contacts for the both of you. And yeah, Craig is a prolific activator there in Southern Nevada. So I'm not surprised that he was number 1 for that park.
Well, my understanding is he actually lives like 5 minutes up the road. So if that's
sure,
what I thought it was.
Sure. If you want to call around 5 minutes up, it's like an hour, but yeah, close enough.
Is it?
Yeah.
I thought Prof was like right up the road.
No, it's like an hour up the road from that
really?
park. Yeah.
Well, like I'm not an expert on that stuff.
Well, I hang around there and other places often enough with work that I sort of know these things.
Okay.
Thankfully.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah.
The Western Knowledge Database.
All righty. Well, JoeBrett, we got you here tonight. Talk about APRS PropView. Let's get into that.
And y'all know JoeBrett, of course, K5YVY, star from the Ham Radio Clubhouse, of course. So we are delighted to have him here.
Hi.
And Joe, unlike a certain other show, we got to our guest in under 30 minutes.
Just barely.
Actually, we got
and our topic.
Well, we got you in here right off the bat. That's a great start to begin with.
Yeah, I do have to say I pride myself. Unlike the Clubhouse, we get our guests right in right away. And
I was paying attention, chat, and I knew it was happening.
What's that?
Being dropped.
Oh.
All right. So you want me to do this, or you want to screen share?
Yeah, I can screen share. We can do that. Which.
Yeah. Let's do the screen share.
All right.
Nobody needs to see this big mug.
All right. I can do that.
You got to do
It's like it's Tim's first time streaming or something.
Well,
That's not mine.
What's the matter?
That's not my screen share.
Oh, I'm sorry. My God.
And Tim,
Unless you want to,
And go right ahead and big in that thing.
All right.
EOD Tim, what do you think K5YVY is? It's JoeBrett's call sign. He
What?
did ask in chat. What's
Oh,
your-
well,
yeah.
thanks for clarifying that, Frank.
Yeah.
Appreciate that.
Mm.
So
Well, his
All
call
right.
sign is for ID, like all of our call signs. Sorry, Joe, you
Right.
go.
that's all right. It's all right. APRS PropView. This is I'm not very clever, but propagation view with APRS. And I've ran a digipeater at the house for many years, just with little old antenna at the house. And I've always used that to gauge what the propagation was doing here at the house. Along with, watching the VHF propagation map that a lot of us is accustomed to with the pretty colors on it and stuff. I love that thing. I've donated to that guy. If you use it, please throw him a few dollars for the server costs. But anyway, if you've used APRS software before this year, anyway, you've probably still been using what like Windows 95 looking stuff or whatever. It's just kind of been the way it's been for a while. And there was a couple other guys making some purposely built applications for their interest in APRS, and a light bulb went off. Hey, why don't I? So a preface of full transparency, as Tim mentioned earlier in the show, I did go to college for computer programming. I did not choose that career path after school. So therefore, I did not do any programming after that. And 20 plus years later, I don't remember crap of it. So even if I did, it wouldn't be what you use now pretty much. I mean, besides some C++ and AS400 for trouble tickets and payroll. But that's about it. So I have utilized AI in assisting me with this.
And JoeBrett,
Yes.
you are the QSEC-off.
And what?
QSEC-off.
He does not remember his CL very well, does he?
Yeah. AS400?
Yeah, mine goes back to System 38, just like Brian Williams does. But
I remember
400.
when I was in the AS400 class. Now, that the shorthand of AS400 was like the most understandable, right? Like it actually maybe used 4 characters instead of just 3 or something. I don't remember that well.
yeah,
But I do remember
you're right.
when I would go into my other normal classes like accounting and English and stuff like that, and taking tests, I was having to erase my answers because I was writing them in code. And I'm like, the teacher ain't gonna know what this is because I was abbreviating them in code. But anyway,
So Joe,
yes.
Tim wanted to hear you say your call sign since he can't read it.
Oh well, thank you. Well, this is K5YVY from the clubhouse. Bye, Frank. And I like this little guy.
This is great.
Yeah, AI is great, huh?
So yeah, so the way I used to use I've used several different programs trying to get kind of what I wanted out of them, like UI View 32, APRS, I forget what it's called, Pinpoint, tried it. They're all great programs for what they're built to do. It's just what I was having to do with UI View 32, whatever it was called. There was what they called a scroller on the side of your screen that stations heard would show up on that list. And in my location, typically I would see 4, 5 stations on a normal day, right? Day in and day out. But if I came out here to the shack and I seen 20, 30, 40 plus stations, I knew 2 meters was open, and I need to start throwing some juice to the beam up there. Have a little fun on 2 meter. So that's what I've done here is kind of made a purpose built. Started out with just my idea, and then I had some issue tickets on GitHub, feature requests pretty much. So there's been a few back and forth with some folks, as long as it stayed within the scope of what I wanted it to do, because I didn't want to make a Swiss Army knife. I've implemented a lot of stuff in here, and what I'm going to show you tonight is not the latest. I've got an update that's getting prepared probably next few days or so, maybe this weekend, just a few little cosmetic stuff. But any questions so far, Tim?
Yeah, Jody says, so JoeBrett, looks like you're now publishing a separate runtime executable and installable version.
Yes, that's correct. So the one thing I liked about PodaCat, since you're talking about Poda, any of y'all using the PodaCat, one thing that I like that he does, since I was pushing up a lot of updates, like every day or two there in the beginning, trying to fix some stuff. Well, he pushes out a lot of updates too, but he's got an installer that you download, it closes the program, installs, opens it back up. So I kind of wanted that too. So the last update I implemented that. So if you want a portable, so like, I don't know why you would use this at work, but say, at work, I'm a managed computer, so I can't install programs, right? But I can download an exe and just run it because it's portable, which makes no sense, but whatever. So yeah, it started out as a single file portable, and then so now you have the option of having the portable or one directory application with an installer that makes it a little bit more convenient on updating and stuff. It also makes it more convenient to pick where you want to put it on your computer and blah, blah, blah. So what does APRS PropView do? It does the regular things you would expect. It does the digipeater and IGates, all this good stuff. I'm not going to go through all this. You can go to the GitHub and read all this yourself. But what you're getting into, originally my thought was, I'm going to make this an income maker, right? So I was going to release it and give you the core features up here of just doing the digipeater and IGate and all this stuff. But then when you wanted to get into analytics, custom alerts, MQTT, that stuff was going to be behind a paywall. And then I got to looking into what it would take to do that, and I was like, I'm kind of tired of dealing with this right now. I don't want to deal with something else. So I made it open source. You just get it on the GitHub and go with it. Us hams like free stuff anyway, right? So
that they do.
And chat, I am dropping the link periodically throughout. I've already dropped it a few times here, so don't ask where the link is. It's in chat.
Use your fingers and scroll, people.
So to get past all the stuff that APRS programs do, what makes this one stand out a little bit? What's the analytics part, the propagation alerts and analytics? So you got options to see your longest path. They call it a leaderboard on here. But you can change that into 24 hours or mark it down from there if you want to see a shorter period of time. The propagation heat map, that's needs to be probably changed in wording. It's a graph map, not a graphical map. But best time of day. That's kind of neat to look at because you can kind of see the dips around lunchtime during the day, and then mornings and nights it comes back up to more stations. So what's the best time of the day for your location to probably operate and call CQ on 2 meters? And it does some Sporadic-E. I'm not convinced with this yet. It's doing some magical calculations with the weather. If you got your weather location poked in there, it does some stuff to try to alert you possible Sporadic-E, and because that's real fun if that happens. But I'm not sold on it yet. Then the weather analytics dashboard is going to be found. You can't see it on this screen, so we'll go over here. This is the actual application. And that weather analytics is up here where your weather information is. It's got a little tropo ducting scale right here. So right now I'm at 12 out of 100 on the scale, so I'm not going to get no tropo tonight right now. So if I know I'm giving you a fire hose rundown here, but there's a lot to it. As simple as this program is, there's.
JoeBrett, are you qualified to give the fire hose rundown? I thought that was Izzo's department.
Well, we're not on the clubhouse tonight, so he ain't here.
Yeah. So, what kind of connectivity or setup would somebody need to use the application?
So, as far as a lot of this, of course, it can be used offline. initially you're going to want to use this online, right? So, because if you set it up online first, then you can go down here to the cache, and I can click that, and then it just saved all these map tiles locally.
Okay.
So now I could go offline and I could still see my map, or I could zoom out, catch some more. But if you capture map tiles, you know how that can add up, depending on what kind of storage you got.
Okay.
Besides that, as far as machine wise, I've got several people that's running this on Raspberry Pis. I know 4s. Not sure if we got anybody running them on 3s or 2s yet. I may be pushing it, but 2 gigabytes RAM is all that's suggested for this on a Windows platform or Linux. I hadn't heard back from a lot of Linux users, and I did just include a build path for Mac OS, and I've been too busy at work. The only Mac I've got's at work, because I was doing some experiments on it, and I haven't hooked it back up to try the build on it yet. So I'm not sure. I haven't heard from anybody doing it on that yet. Theoretically, it's supposed to work.
Dang it, JoeBrett, you're going to make me go download it on the iMac right now.
Well, there you go.
Let's go do that, Frank.
There is a guide and instructions. So one thing I wanted to do is make this as easy as I could, and in as many aspects as I could for somebody that may not know, have never set up APRS software before.
Okay.
So there's a lot. If you get the program downloaded, there's some clickable guides up here. So like right here, Linux and Raspberry Pi installs covered, and goes through and steps you through that. And there is a where's the one for the Mac? It's in there somewhere. Yeah. Well, that's the script. But so if you get the program downloaded, you click on the About tab over here on your right, and it's gonna, give you all the little application details. But then it's gonna, I made a video. You got a direct link to the video if you want to go see it. This is here's where your updates be. You can adjust how often you want the application to check for updates. Defaults to every 24 hours. Like me, I leave this running 24/7. It never cuts off unless the power goes out.
Okay.
So, but you can always manually check, and it'll let you know if you're on the right version. And if you're running the Windows version of it, if there's an update and you're using the installer package, then there's going to be a button pop up that you just click install, and it's automatically going to download and install the new one for you. Unfortunately, it doesn't work like that with Linux and probably the Mac, but and since I made this, I decided not to go through Microsoft Store or Apple Store and all this stuff to try to make some money off this thing. I did put a nice, pretty little thanks with a donate. If somebody wants to click that sometime, it won't hurt my feelings. But what I'm getting at is right down here, we got a full HTML documentation. So this breaks it down pretty detailed. If you really want to get nitty and gritty of it. So you can check that out. And then the help and user guide is a quick little pane that'll pop up and give you kind of like what's the nifty manuals that you used to be able to buy or may still be able to buy with a lot of your radios.
Still can buy, yeah.
Yeah. That's kind of what it reminds me of. So,
So, JoeBrett, in that
Yes.
time, since I said, dang it, I'm going to have to go install it now, once Tim unhides John's comment, because my screen's behind that.
Oh, bummer. Hold
All
on.
right. It's as if Tim doesn't know how to stream Clubhouse right.
So John is asking, is there any Easter eggs? I can answer that. Go download it, John, and find out. And report back to us.
we had a conversation
Okay.
prior. So,
So I haven't gone through the settings to set everything up, but you can see I have it up and running on the Mac already.
yeah, let's embiggen Frank, and so we can see that. So that's the Mac version, huh?
Yeah.
Nice.
Nice, simple, easy setup. All you got to do is follow your instructions here, and bada bing, bada boom, Bob's your uncle.
Cool.
Finish
So-
your rant.
I will show you something while you click on settings there, Frank, on the settings tab on the right.
Oh,
Not that button.
hold on.
Welcome to the first Easter egg of Mac OS. Crash Frank stream.
Decided to.
Oops. Did someone take Clubhouse?
My internet decided, nope, it doesn't want to do that.
Okay, well, I'll show you on mine.
So
I think you violated terms of
yes,
service.
Mac is easy. Mac is very easy to get up and going if you need it.
This will make the layout look a little weird since I am big in my screen, but I just wanted to see, like, I need to do a better job about pointing out to first time installers and stuff for help and documentation. Go to the About tab and scroll down. But what I wanted to show is, like, go to settings, and I'm going to need to back down out of that a little bit. All the way up here at the top of settings, you got a first run checklist right here. So I had some people in the beginning saying it won't connect to APRS. It keeps saying disconnected up here at the top, or, this is all your connection statuses. And I would reply back, have you put in a valid APRS passcode for your call sign and saved it into settings? Oh, it works now. All right. So, I decided let's make a checklist. So once you get all these checked green, you've set up everything you need to make the application run and be happy. Export, import settings. I always suggest exporting your settings when you get it. It's always good to have a backup, but just doing a normal update, replacing the exe if you're doing the portable, leaving your setting file, your config files alone, they should just roll right back into it. But you got all these hot links here to set up all your different stuff. Click on station, it's going to take you where you set up all your information. If you want to go down to status and DX report, this is like a beacon option. If you have your own weather station that you collect the data from your own weather station in a common file of wxnow.txt file, you can ingest that into your weather information for the app. And a lot of, or I should say the guy that I was working with his file did not populate every field up here at the top for the weather. So I had a fallback for any field that's not populated by your weather now TXT file. It will just pull that information off of OpenMeadow, I believe is where it gets that from. So you'll still have a full weather thing there. One of the things that become real annoying at first and may cause some annoyance to users is setting up your ban opening alerts.
Well, speaking of alerts, will this track Parachute Jesus?
If he's running APRS and hitting an IGate somewhere, absolutely.
Okay.
Well, from 20,000 feet, yeah.
Yeah, he should find an IGate up there. So the ban opening alerts was something that I've kind of been struggling with because this is kind of the heart of the purpose of this software is to give you alerts when the ban may be open on VHF. And I keep referencing VHF, the falling false prophet. I've had people ask me, well, what about UHF? Because I've got several users that's using this across the pond. And, in other places, they like to do UHF APRS, and some people like to do HF APRS, or whatever. So I tell people, it don't matter what band, the program has no idea what frequency you're on. It could care less. It's only reading APRS packets, decoding and encoding those. The only thing is that it's geared toward VHF, so some of the calculations and stuff that's built into this thing may be a little skewed, for propagation stuff. But anyway, your band opening alerts for my station, you'll see my station and regional. So I'll get to that. But you set these numbers like a minimum of direct stations heard in an hour. Currently mine is set to 10. I started out with 3. And I was getting a lot of alerts when I get 4 or 5 stations heard.
So, Joe,
And yes.
there are 2 things that just came up. One from Tim over in Guam. Apparently, it doesn't like November Henry 2 calls, only KH, WH, and AH2 calls. And then I just found an error on the Mac side.
Yeah.
Clubhouse.
Yeah.
Need that negativity.
Yeah. On another note, John is asking, what radio and interface are you using?
Okay. Well, particular in my situation, I am using currently a Kenwood VHF mobile, a TM281 actually, and a West Mountain Rig no mic sound card interface with a Windows computer, an old like office computer, Optiplex or something. And that's my setup as far as radio and what's running the program. You can use. We'll get to that. We'll jump to that after I finish this stuff. Yeah. So we'll get to the Discord alert. So he mentioned Discord. So it's got where you can do webhook if you run a Discord server or got permission to webhook into a Discord server. It really, if you want to just set up your own Discord server just to send these alerts to, if you like Discord that much, it was just an option, so I did it. And it's kind of graphical, kind of pretty, but yeah, I made that public. I got a channel in our Clubhouse Discord that has just for APRS.
Where do you find that at?
At the Clubhouse Discord.
Oh, okay.
And
AI is slacking again.
Yeah.
Just a little slow there on the AI tonight.
So I made originally the channel stays private, but when I first released this and started talking about it, I was like, well, let people see what it looks like. And I've since made it back private again because it doesn't do Tim any good in Indiana, right? To see what my propagation in New Albany, Mississippi is doing, right? Because that's not what it's going to be at your antenna for 2 meters anyway. So I had a hard time trying to figure out, or didn't really want to have to pay attention every single day of the numbers of what was setting off these alerts. So you can go down here, and I built in a helper, an analyze helper. You can click on the last 24 hours. Let the program run if you've only been running it or just installed it. Let it run for 24 hours. Come back the next day. Click this button, and it's going to analyze what it's heard, and then it's going to give you suggestions. So right now, my direct stations is current. It still suggests 10. My direct max distance of stations that's heard, now these are via digipeater as well, not directly. 177 miles is suggesting now that I up that to 351 miles. So it's analyzing, trying to, help you find a true band opening, right? So it kind of helps you with your numbers a little bit.
So I just thought of something.
Right.
Direct, only RF direct that's picking up, or is it also doing digipeated stations they're showing up in the map?
Yeah, so that's where my station and regional comes in at. So it's good segue right back to it for my ADHD forgets. So up here at the very top, you see 2 little meters. One's in yellow, one's in green right now.
Okay.
So the yellow right here says VHF propagation my station, and it gives a meter and a score minus 33. That is measuring directly heard stations here. But I also kind of, if you think about this in a weather kind of sense, you get weather warnings and then you have weather watches. And what's the weather watch means, there's ingredients kind of close to you. You might need to pay attention. You could have a warning later, right? So I kind of went with that same thought process. Well, I don't want to discard everything that the digipeater that I can hear from my house that mine can hear. I don't want to discard everything he's hearing, right? Because if he's having enhancements, well, then I want to be kind of on watch for enhancements here. It may flow over here. So that's what this green that's in green currently on my screen is regional VHF propagation, and it's keeping track of stations that is heard via another digipeater.
Okay.
Yeah. So there's a kind of separates that out, but you get best of both information there. I had to. Oh, go ahead.
Well, no, I was just saying awesome, but real quick, I did want to thank Ed for becoming a new YouTube member. Appreciate that, Ed. Thank you.
And he went to the Dipole Club.
And before I forget again, the station that was having problems with the call sign and Guam call signs, I believe you said, Frank.
Yeah.
And Frank, your issue.
It was Tim in Guam.
If y'all would either submit an issue on GitHub or use the email listed on the application and send me an email with that information so I can put it on my list to get fixed. I'm really just, huh?
Well, I was gonna say you could also post that at K8MRD is wrong special troubleshooting section for this application.
There you go.
Yeah.
I had a user make a suggestion that he didn't want to have to stare at his screen to determine whether the bands were open or not. And I was like, that makes sense. I don't want to have to, although I try to make it pretty, you don't want to have to look at it all the time. So he wanted audio alerts. Because the way I've got it set up, if I change cameras a little bit, you can see this TV behind me. This is where my program's running on the TV on the wall. So
Tim, you want to big? Never mind.
Nah, they get the idea. I described it. So
Ooh, hey, there we go.
There you go. TV back there. That's
okay.
APRS PropView is running back there. So I added. I haven't tested this out yet, but actually, somebody sent me a message a while ago. If somebody sends me another one, we'll see if I can hear it. I turned it up, but so yeah, that's supposed to work. Maybe it will. So you can have audio alerts. Mm-hmm.
So you have APRS messaging, and also what is some other things that are integrated into it?
Yeah, so the messaging thing. This was another thing that I kind of wanted because running a digipeater the way I've been running it out here, I think for a lot of us, ham radio hobby kind of comes and goes and it has its seasons, right? Like you'll spend a lot more time doing radio at certain times of the year. Okay. I don't think the audio works. Thanks, Frank.
Nope.
But
you're welcome.
What is working is my notifications, but just not the audio.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, I would come out here to the shack and pull up the digipeater and go, somebody sent me a message on APRS. I open it up. Oh, that was 14 days ago. So they're probably not expecting a reply anymore. So yeah, we'll get out of settings here and go over to messages. You click on the message tab and you get this little pop out. And you see where Frank and Ed has sent me some messages here. And this is kind of, here's some message you can see back and forth, kind of looks like you message on your phone, So it's kind of pretty. And you can do the bots, which I've erased that. You get through, if this list gets too long for you, you can X out, delete them, reorder them if you want it newest first, oldest first, all this stuff. But let's go back to settings.
So what I'm understanding is if you get into like an argument with somebody,
yeah,
and you're done with them, you can just delete that whole string of messages right then and there.
Right. Now, the next time they send you a message, it's going to pop back up.
Is that kind of like the Clubhouse filter that we got going tonight?
Which filter? Oh, yeah. I'm gonna have to get on this Temu AI stuff, and
I mean, it is working. Just the time is off, right? So
it is.
I thought it was going to get old, but it doesn't. Just
no, it doesn't get old, Vince. And if it weren't Temu AI,
that worked pretty quickly. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's
that one.
It depends on, I guess, what kind of stuff up on the screen or something. I don't know. So
Matt wants to know, what do we use for the APRS-IS port?
It's the the default server port, what, 14.582 or something like that, right?
580.
580. Okay.
Yeah.
I was close.
Yeah. That's just 14,000 off, but close.
Yeah.
So John, I'm going to address this, and Tim, you're already ready. I know that. Why is Frank being booted? Because every time the word Clubhouse
gets mentioned,
Yeah.
AI takes over and boots Frank.
Yeah.
It's a new bot they're trying out there.
Yeah. New StreamYard feature for Franks only.
Yeah. In this day and age, you have to be AI ready. You have to. I mean, employers want it now, and so you need to know how to use AI, and this is how we're choosing to implement it.
Right.
Yeah.
So as far as the messages on PropView here, yeah, I made them kind of pretty, as far as visually nice to look at, I guess, especially considering what the first version come out. It was a mess. All the messages were all together. Everybody was the same. But as you see the station on the map, you can click on the map. That's the bad one to click on. It's halfway hidden. And it shows you a little info bubble of, the path they took to get there and blah, blah, blah. But if I wanted to send this guy a message, I just click on send message and it auto populates him up here in the message box. And I just send the message.
So, Joe, this might be a buy me a coffee feature. I don't know. I think you use buy me a coffee. Jody says, tried many ways to use your donut. Yes, you want a donut, right? Donate link, but appears locked U.S. centric. Non-U.S. street addresses for sender aren't supported by PayPal or Apple Pay.
I'll be darned. Well, see, you learn something all the time. That's why you got to have people testing you stuff out.
He says, but using your email address made by Wicker directly in PayPal worked fine.
Well, I did get that notification. I just hadn't seen what it said yet. So thanks.
There you go.
But
so
yeah,
maybe something to look into on the backside.
Right. And there is a buy me coffee in the Discord. Not the Discord, the GitHub page. So there's an option there too, and maybe I need to look into integrating that. But so as far as the messages, yeah, that's nice, but the messages wasn't necessarily my scope of wanting to do propagation stuff. But going back to coming in here saying I got a message 14 days ago, well, I've solved that now, and you can too. In settings, we'll go back to settings. Down here we got message notification channels, and you can choose to have a notification sent to Discord, or to your email, or if your phone carrier supports it, because it's going to be carrier dependent. But if your carrier still supports it, you can send a text message to your phone, and that has really helped.
Not a lot of phone carriers support that anymore. That's the sad part.
They don't, and I've recently personally turned that back off for me and just use my email, because my email pops up on my phone, right? So I get an email now every time you send me a message. And this down here is where you would fill in this information, your Discord webhook API if you wanted that option, your email information option, or this would be where you do your email to SMS gateway if your carrier supports it. There's just a lot of settings, and it can be overwhelming, but just take a little bit at a time, and then check out the user guides. So this is the screen that I usually keep it on, or the little side pane I usually keep it on, because it gives me just a quick. I've heard 26 RF stations in an hour, so that includes via the digipeater as well. In that hour, I've only heard one direct, and that's going to be the digipeater. And this is the digipeater here on the map that I'm circling, W5TCR. We kind of got a direct path. He's on a big old Mississippi mountain. So if you see these arrows indicating direction that it's going, all these lines are going to him, and then he's coming to me. So that's just the way it rolls here in North Mississippi for APRS. but it just gives you some quick stats. Even included the solar information there. If you want to go even more nerdy, click on analytics, and this is where you can find your longest path for the 24 hours or whatever time frame. The heat map that I was talking about, this shows you some average stations for by hours. This will be your local hours, not UTC. And I thought I put a option in there, but I may not have to choose between that. Yeah, the best times that I was talking about, you see that little dip there that was between noon and 3 o'clock this afternoon. Had a little dip in the stations being received. Sectors is pretty much a compass. Where's these signals that I'm hearing in the last 24 hours, the direction? Just some nerd stats.
You gotta love nerd stats.
Yeah, yeah.
The nerdier, the better.
And then for the users that was, interested in using their own weather information from their weather stations, came to birth the weather graphs tab. And so we done a little weather graphs, but I didn't really like how, that's kind of appeasing, but I didn't really like that. So I added this dashboard button. You click the dashboard button, you get an animated radar for your region. You get the conditions.
We hear the pings.
You hear what pings?
There was a ping as you brought that up.
Really?
Yeah.
I was hearing like a click, but
okay, maybe it was a click.
I don't know. I don't think it was my stuff. Who knows? But yeah, so I thought this was a little bit more prettier anyway, and a lot more insightful, I think. So if you like weather information, use the little dashboard button. And also got your 5-day forecast. Hadn't reached next Tuesday yet for see if it's going to rain on, the clubhouse show, but it usually does with my tin roof.
Oh, I've heard that on the clubhouse before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the alert tabs here. This just shows the band opening alerts that it's monitoring and what it's sent out. So there is some station that's really got their location. Got to have their location wrong, showing 943 miles away. And it's triggering my Sporadic-E event there. So I'm going to have to blacklist him from the app or something, or send him an email and say, fix your stuff. So let's see if we can. So you couldn't really see it. It's kind of hidden, but because of the rain, but, and click on find and let's type this guy's call K0 VRC -1. And let's find where he's at on the map. I don't even know where he's not on the map. So he's not within my range filters, I guess, but I have to figure out where he's at and why he's showing 943 miles away. Because he's probably just in Missouri, right? Being a zero call.
You never know.
I don't know if it is Rick current on the stream or is he when I was talking about it being 108 degrees in Vegas last week?
He might have been referring to the dashboard.
Oh, okay.
That I was showing.
Okay.
So, possibly.
So looks like K0VRC, up there in Minnesota.
Well,
northern, like right across the border from
I'm
Vince
still
there.
I'm still not buying why he's getting into my pass there. I'll have to figure that out.
Oh, the -1 is a digipeater according to APRS.to or APRS.fi, whichever you choose to use.
Maybe he is. Maybe he's digipeating with I don't know, 1,500 watts.
Could be.
Or that could be your friend up there that's trolling you. Who knows?
Oh,
That would be something.
There's a Canadian using the Yazoo radio V4GWP.
Damn Canadians.
So yeah, another little nerdy thing. When I first got the version 1 of this up, or early versions of it, I was out here one night and got to noticing that I was switching between my APRS screen and another radar app. And I'm like, why am I having to switch between? Why don't I integrate that? So we've got nice, pretty weather radar that you can watch. And if you're in the U.S., it pulls from the National Weather Service for alerts, watches and warnings, and the polygons will populate. Last night, I had some polygons. So of course, we're showing it tonight. I don't. If you're outside of the U.S., then it tries to use some other information. Was it what it called? Like, not weather alerts, but I forget what it was called. But it does try to still be useful in showing some type of alert. You're just probably not going to have polygons. If you do have weather alerts up here where this weather bar is, you'll get orange banner bars for watches, and red flashing banner bars if you get a warning. And I didn't think about it, but one user took a screenshot, emailed it to me. He's like, is there any way that I can clear these off the screen? He had like 7 or 8 stacked on top of each other, and it was about covering them out. So I'm like, that's a great idea. I did not think about having multiple warnings in your area, so or watches. So after you read those, you can click on that banner to show you the full text from the National Weather Service and or wherever the alert may have came from.
So, Tim, if you're going to highlight the message, highlight the right one. Matt says, I think those radar images are better than the Weather Channel. And
it's going to be one of those nights.
And John WV3L asks, is this
Is this what?
Grafana? Grphana. Grafana.
No. This is spelling bee? Grafana.
John, it is.
The graphing side of it, is that Grafana
No,
that you're using? No.
Like the weather part?
Yeah.
The radar imagery, that's comes from...
No, all the graphs around it. Like I've seen a number of graphs, the voltage graph and the temperature graph and all that stuff.
Yeah, that stuff. I couldn't tell you this part. It was very detailed. Told the AI agent what I wanted in a dashboard, what I wanted it to look like. I wanted a small regional animated radar, and I wanted the weather information in pretty graphs.
Don says it looks like it. Dave Hillbilly Ham says it looks like it. So yeah.
Well, how about that?
Well, there we go.
Check that out.
Huh.
Yeah. So this is it's just a thing that I started out just a personal project for myself, but made it usable for many others, I guess. I don't know if there's anybody else that, so I made another thing. This is the smaller rabbit hole that sent me down was I got to notice, and I had several downloads. I seen some reposts on Twitter. I knew I was getting some stations from outside the U.S. trying it, but I'm like, you can go to APRS.IS or .fi and you can filter for call signs and see the raw packets coming into APRS-IS. There was no filters for 2 calls. And I got to searching on Google and everything, and I couldn't find any way to search just for 2 calls. So what your 2 call is, if you're not familiar, is your software or hardware has a 2 call identifier. It's just an identifier for the APRS network to know what's program or radio that you're using, or what type of hardware. So I applied with the APRS.org for an official 2 call to go in their database in their registry, and with that I can tell through APRS packets who's using the software, but there was no means of being able to pull that up and kind of monitor it. So there I made 2 call census. It's kind of like a census, right? It's going around collecting information, seeing who's using what. And this is the application once you get it running. And this is absolutely, unless you're just curious about how many people's running an FT500 or a tiny track or something, and you want to look at it yourself, you can do that with this program. But this was mainly geared toward people that was making software or hardware devices that had a 2-call assigned to it. And you wanted to see where in the world it's being used. So if you want to see where in the world, you got to do a worldwide range filter. Oh, totally messed that up.
It's like where in the world's Carmen Sandiego?
Right.
Yeah.
So you know, a lot of almost, I guess probably all, if not most of the APRS servers require you now to have a range filter put in before it lets you establish a connection. But you can make that range for R or R for range /0/0/99999. That's worldwide. So it still works. Here's go ahead.
Jody says that you definitely put a lot more effort into this after you said that's it for now. And I love it too. I've been playing with it for a little bit.
Where did he say that at?
Well, to be fair, now at that time I was pushing out updates every 1 to 2 days. And I don't want to do that, but these updates contain fixes, stuff that was kind of critical for running correctly. And so I felt like I needed to get those out there, right? So as of today, I think it's been 5 or 6 days since I did an update. And I've got a smaller one that's got some functionality and a little bit of cosmetics that I'll probably put out in another few days or next week. But I'm really going to try to slow down the updates, not because I don't want to keep it updated, but that's showing me that it's become more stable and more of the features are stabilized and working for others because I'm not getting a lot of issue tickets. When I first put this out here, my issue tickets and emails were like, whoa, do I really want to deal with this? But, you know, AI helped me out a lot with that too.
So, looking at the release dates, 5 days ago was your last one, and before that it was a day before that. Jody says, show JoeBrett some financial love to pay for his AI credit use. He's earned it, folks. Absolutely, Jody.
I have to say, I never thought that I would pay for an agent that is fake but is intelligent and that I still argue with. Like, this day and age, arguing, having a full-on argument with a damn computer is nothing I ever had on my bingo list. But, yeah, I mean, besides throwing a keyboard or a monitor off your desk at work, right? But,
Right.
Yeah. So, quick rundown of the 2-call here, just so you can see. I connected this before the show, and you can put your call sign in here if you want in passcode, but it's not required because all you're doing is receiving. You're just monitoring the packets, or the program is. If it's the first time you run it, you're probably going to want to click the refresh registry button, and that will populate this. So there's 382 2-call registries at aprs.org. So you see it started populating it, showing that this is being used currently in North Carolina, Florida, Mississippi, Kentucky, Maine, New Jersey, New York. So that includes the United States, then France, Sweden, and the United Kingdom. So that's kind of cool.
That's so that is anybody that's pushing up to APRS.
Yeah, if they're using this application or APRS PropView,
okay,
they're using my application and have it connected to APRS and have sent packets to APRS through their digipeating or whatever. So
directly and indirectly then. So if you don't push up, somebody running this program does not push up directly to APRS, but another digipeater picks it up and also gates it up, then that will get in there too, correct?
Probably not, because I don't think the 2-call is going to follow the digipath.
Okay.
So I think at that point the 2-call will become that digipeater, more than likely. I'm not 100% on that, but that's my unscientific thought.
So John, no, this is not over internet. It can be, but you can. I have mine hooked up to Direwolf, which is hooked up to my FT8900. And what's your tech stack?
Yeah, so I think he runs Commodore 64.
Etch a sketch, man. Etch a sketch with a hamster.
There you go.
Yeah, and I'll circle back to to connectivity in just a minute too. But as far as this goes, if you're just interested in seeing how many other people's using the same type of radio, but okay, so you don't know what the 2-call is. Well, I made a thing for that too. So if I want to I can just type in tiny track, or if I don't know, spell it right. I don't know how they spell it.
No C.
No C.
Yeah.
So tiny track.
Yep.
There you go. So type that in and it gives you, so these are wild cards, and like they do the asterisks, a wild card. But when you see the question marks after the 2-call, they reserve that for different version numbers and stuff, instead of assigning whole brand new 2-calls. So you could use these, and put them up here in your 2-call list, and then to start listening for that.
Real quick, John's agentic AI agent clarified its question, and it's what AI stack are you using?
Oh, well, currently for this project, I've entirely used Microsoft's Codex with GPT 5.5. So I have went through many, because I've done some programs for my workflow at work just for me to use, and maybe some coworkers and different. So I've tried many different ones, and I have to give it credit. They've come a long way on the coding part anyway, because at first you were wasting more time trying to get AI to code something fully that worked than just doing it yourself. Probably that's where a lot of arguments would come in. But my experience with Microsoft Codex with 5.5 with the $20 a month plan, so I could tell it a lot of stuff. It's been real good because it goes back, it does the smoke test, it checks syntax, it goes back and checks stuff and makes sure it works before it says, okay, I did it, you know.
And we already know Don knows the answer, but he says, what LLM is that based on?
You want me to ask it?
No, he's asking you.
Don't ask me. There's damn Google for that.
Right. And Ed,
Wow,
that's a totally different show.
That's a version of go look it up in the manual.
Let me Google that for you.
Yeah,
I think that means it's the LLM from Clubhouse.
Oh,
AI is getting a little quicker now. I like that.
but one thing I wanted to point out with the 2-call thing, because somebody actually in my work group asked me, because they're not real familiar with ham radio and stuff, but I kind of told them what I done because I couldn't find anything like it to do this. And when I told him what it was doing, he's like, and the users, your software is okay with that? And I'm like, well, I mean, call signs and ham radio, it's kind of public stuff anyway. But it got me to thinking, I didn't want this to be a tracking app for users. I just wanted to see where it was being used in the world. So if you'll notice in these packets down here, all your station identifiers are encrypted, I guess.
Oh, hold on. Tim has to dump me.
This is going to be just like the ball toss thing, right? The dunk take.
Dunk tank.
Yeah.
But now the stakes are ante. John dropped $2 for it. Now it has to be greater than that for it to happen.
No, it doesn't. It could be the same amount if someone wanted to.
Oh, absolutely. Nobody's going to complain.
We got to up the ante, Jeff. I mean,
Yeah.
No, if like everyone donated $1, then we would keep doing it.
John said totally worth it.
He did.
Drunk Frank Tank. The problem with that, ham man, is I'm not drunk. So, yeah, Jody, this is a twist on take a shot super chats. Absolutely.
But just since we were talking about that, I didn't want people to think that I'm tracking you by call sign or that anybody else could. That's not what the interest of this application was. So you can see this is actually my packet here at the top, and my call sign is redacted. But you can tell it's me. It's Union County. It's my information. But here's the 2-call in the package. You see APRS is what they gave me. So in this guy's packet, that's how it's picking up on it. So.
And John, no, not going to happen. We tried that a couple weeks ago on Fridays with Frank. Go watch that show.
Oh, okay. We was talking about connectivity. Sorry, ADHD. RF ports. This is where you set up in settings. If you're using software TNC, I'm using Sound Modem. Is what I love to use. Dire Wolf, before Grey Wolf come out. The guy, they've done great work with that. I like how I've been watching other people set it up. I haven't used it because I don't necessarily have a need for it.
Dude, I found that thing like 3 months ago, right when he first dropped it. And I've got to run it here. I love it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I love it.
Jody did the usual. Tim, embiggen me as this pops up. Here we go. He did the meme thing.
There's been some times I just had to get up and walk away, right? But so you can set up your serial port or TCP port, which is what I use, TCP, because it's software. But with this, you can see if we do add a port, you can check radio or TNC profile. It's got some Kenwood profiles and generic KISS setup. Your type, that's the serial or TNC. See where I've got this stuff at. I kind of got lost in my settings.
All right, John. Have a fun evening. He's hitting the sack.
See you, John.
Third John.
So I may have simplified this a little bit. At one time, I was getting requests for a lot of what you call it, compatibility with Pacific hardware. But I may have kind of condensed it down. But you should have support for anything that does KISS pretty much. Whether it be serial or software TCP.
Okay, so you need a KISS server to connect to outbound, right? You're not directly interfacing push to talk on a radio then?
Yeah, right. No, this program is the sound modem that I'm using. I'm not hooked in remote, so I can't show it to you, but sound modem is kind of like Direwolf, but it's just simplified down a lot. Okay. And that's your software TNC that does the actual keying to the radio and the audio routing.
Okay.
The program is what talks with the sound modem TNC, and the program is what feeds the TNC the packets and gets the packets from it, if that makes sense.
It does.
I do like with the serial port, like you got a Kenwood that has the serial port. You want to hook directly up. There was a guy in China I worked with that got his FTEM 500 working directly with it. And a guy with a Kenwood and stuff. So there was support there for that, as we've seen.
So Joe, what I'm hearing is using Grey Wolf, Dire Wolf, etc. You can hook this into the Toads DI and DI6 boards.
Yes.
To your radios.
Yes. That's it.
Easy peasy.
Or I suppose if you had a Boofwang, you could be using a AIOC board.
Exactly.
Yeah, you could use that too. Absolutely.
Sound card interface get you the tricks.
There you go.
And hey, let's not forget MQTT integration. So this is pretty neat, and something else that's been pissing me off, but not because of the app. It's called Home Assistant is pissing me off. But so MQTT integration was something that I kind of slowly played with and finally got to work. This allows the band alerts and messaging, anything that the app is, the APRS PropView is analyzing. and can alert you with, can change the color of your light bulbs in your house or in your shack, you know, cut on and off smart switches. If you do smart home automation, smart devices, you can integrate that with the app and home assistant stuff. Where I'm getting stumped at is I've got a home server, so I'm running TrueNAS, and home assistance is in a Docker, right? So you don't get all the options on home assistant for their app store or whatever they call it. So I can download some of that to make it integrate. So now I've opened up a virtual machine on my NAS and trying to work it that away. So that ain't been no fun either, but it is a possibility.
Joe, Mike N2MAK has a great name for you. You should rename the app Tin Wolf.
Tin Wolf. No to the 10. It's dangerous stuff. It's good stuff. It's dangerous. That's a pretty broad, a lot to take in. I don't know if you got anything else specific you're wondering about.
You answered a lot. That is quite a bit more extensive than what I thought it was. So
Yeah.
So
very
Jody,
awesome.
Jody wants to know, do you have a GPS dongle you can demo for how it integrates?
I do not. I've got a GPS antenna. I can't even find it in this darn place. So yeah, I don't. But talking about that ADHD is a killer, dude. So you see in my settings here, I've got smart beaconing. Why would I want smart beaconing on a APRS application that's in my shack?
So when you're on your bicycle,
Right.
go with you.
So personally, I don't. This was a user request. A guy emailed me and he said, "Hey, I really like the look of your software, the way it's working and everything, but I am building a mobile ham radio van. I'm going to be on the road a lot. I'm going to be doing roving and this and that. I want it to be able to follow me. I want it to be able to beacon as I move and, you know, this and that." So that's where smart beaconing come in. So you can have that option. And
so, you know, we go out, we do the Ham Fest, go camping. We do a lot of the overlanding events. Jason brings a portable digipeater in his truck with him. So
Yeah.
I can see that, right? So we have a digipeater wherever we go.
yeah.
And so I could see that functionality. I tell you, I tend to obfuscate my location on mine. I'll just pick the post office or the courthouse or the jail downtown.
Yeah.
I mean, it's harder for those people that you owe money to, you know, for your clubhouse fees to find you.
Yeah.
So that way, because you're obfuscating your location.
I am
right?
obfuscating my location. Yeah.
Yeah. And talking about locations, that's something else. I hate having to set up a program and find my Latin long and manually type it in, right? So I really like the idea of another application I use where you pick your location on the map. So you just pick on map. It takes you back to the map. Click on it. I'm going to click cancel because I don't want to mess up my settings, but then it auto populates your coordinates in there for you. And this lock button is here for a reason, and it's defaulted locked for a reason, because one, you can enable GPS ingestion. This is where I was getting at. I could enable this, and I can use this browser or the device that it's running on if it's got GPS on it. I can use APRS position packets. So let's say I'm using my Biofane with an AIOC, and well, I guess it still needs a GPS, right? So I'm using a radio that's got APRS built in that's transmitting the GPS packets, right? So it can actually see that when the packets goes out, and it'll pick that location to populate another way that it could follow you if you're mobile. And here's all your different NMEA serials, TCP, UDP, GPSD. Somebody asked for that. I ain't got a clue what it is. That's like maybe an overseas thing or something. I don't know.
So,
But,
Joe, talking
yeah.
about lat long here, that's actually where I stumbled on the Mac. For some reason, the longitude wanted to put me at negative 483 something when I did the pin me to the map bit instead of the negative 123 that I should be at.
Okay. Well,
So that was my little error there.
and that could be a compile situation with the Mac deal.
So according to the AI, the GPSD is the Greater Peoria Sanitary District.
Nah, I don't think that's it.
But it does look like there's a GPS daemon project on GitHub where it's a service that allows you to monitor one or more GPS or AIS receivers attached to a host computer. So,
well, how about
That
that?
sounds more reasonable.
So, Tim, this kind of like maybe would interest you in the situation where you want to pick the local post office and not the parking spot that you're in, right? When you're mobile, maybe using this.
Yeah.
So you got your GPS updates. You can have it update the map location only, like so where it shows that you're at. Little blue dot on the map, can move with you and your device, but it does not change this up here. For one, because you got it locked. But even if you had it unlocked, you could choose whether it did just the map location or actually updated your lat and long up here.
Okay.
So little options there.
Sometimes a little obfuscation is good.
It is.
Yeah.
And if I go up here to the web address and type /mobile, so this is a web UI. So any browser that you're using, anything you got a browser to and you're on the same network, you can get to this. But say you're not on the same network. Well, my setup relies heavily on Tailscale. I've got it implemented on everything at the office. The office that I'm allowed to, and here at the house. So I can interconnect my devices, right? So Tailscale or any similar VPN service for that connectivity can get you to this as well. So I could pull this up on my phone and you're seeing the Tailscale address, so I'm not worried about you seeing the IP address. But if I simply put /mobile at the end of it, we're going to go over to the mobile web page view of it. And let's see if that's not going to show the number. Good. So if you're using this on your phone, somebody else might be borrowing your phone. You may have a kid using the phone watching YouTube or something. And then they see this APRS PropView and they're like, ooh, what's this? Well, since they may not be a licensed operator, they probably don't need to get on there with your call sign and be able to send messages across the APRS network. So we got a little pin lock here for security reasons, right? We want to keep our license. So you just type in your PIN code, unlock, and now you got a web interface for your cell phone. Very basic. This is getting revamped in the next update, little fancied up, but you got your general propagation. But the thing was messages. This goes back to where I get an email or a text message ever how I got my alert set up that I've got a new message on my, the alert comes to my phone. Now I can open up this mobile companion website by using my Tailscale, no matter where I'm at, and I can instantly reply back to that message and carry on the conversation and then put the phone back in my pocket. So I don't have to wait 14 days to say, oh, Tim sent me a message 2 weeks ago. So that was kind of the idea behind that, but it also has the same mapping options, lines, station list. But it's getting revamped. It'll change a little bit from this look on the next update and try to be a little bit more useful. But
Jody says, you are such a nerd.
I am a nerd. I'll embrace the nerd, man.
And if there was any doubt before this, this just reinforces it.
Exactly. I've never denied it.
Never been a doubt in our minds.
Nope.
So that's about it without somebody getting real specific questions, I think.
I haven't seen anything. If I see something, I pop it so that we can.
Was there a problem? I mean, nobody said Clubhouse, did they?
I mean,
No.
there's no problem right
Thinking
now.
about it.
Oh. Okay.
Joe Brett.
I don't see a problem anywhere on screen. Oh, wait a minute.
Oh.
There's one coming in right now.
Well, you know, a bunch of people did say
I
So, say what?
I'm not sure. I didn't hear him say Clubhouse, but it dropped him out again.
Joe Brett,
It's weird
so
that no one
listen,
said Clubhouse.
listen, man, this thing is super feature rich. This is wonderful. Thank you for doing this. Thank you for releasing it open source to us, and I hope a bunch of people, pass you a donation through your donation link. Why don't you bring that back up on screen while I'm talking about it? We'll see if we can't drum you up a few bucks, to pay for
Thank you, man.
server tokens and stuff. But what's coming up next that you're willing to talk about? Next release or whatever. Like, there's a lot here. I'm not expecting anything, frankly.
Well, and that's the next update is mainly just a few little cosmetic things that I wanted to change. Not big changes. So it's just going to be like a .1 or .2 at the end of the version number, not a whole new version number.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's right now, I don't have any just like big, just wait till this update plans. It's really, I think, started to settle in within its scope. Like I said, I'd love to make a Swiss Army knife, but I've got people I know making Pacific APRS apps, and I know people that's recently made some that's got a Pacific scope, and I had a Pacific scope. So I don't want to come out releasing something that maybe they're going to charge for, to cover some of their costs, when I threw something out, a Swiss Army knife out here that does everything everybody's does. Plus, when you start doing a Swiss Army knife type of thing, whether it's a HF radio, shack in a box, or software, you tend to run into more problems here and there that you wanted to. So
Yeah, indeed. Their comment in the chat. Now I just need a radio that has APRS in it. I've posted a link to the radio that I run here at home. It's an IGate Mini, and it's a little product that almost nobody's ever heard of. It's a dedicated use product. It sits on my shelf and runs. The last time I logged into it was 3 years ago. It's just one of those things that that's good and goes right. And Jody's got a great comment too. Keep the code fresh. Yeah. Keep it fresh in your mind.
Oh yeah.
And Vince, I think after Jason's most recent APRS video, Tiny Texan Jason, that IGate Mini is going to really blow up in a good way.
Yeah, and we're having those the iGate folks back on Workbench. We met them first during the QSO Today Expo, and that's when I bought mine. I have a version 1 of it. What I've linked to now is the version 2. It's a great little radio. It takes away all the guesswork of, like I need to do an audio interface and a sound card and run some software. No, this thing just runs on its own. Now, this software could grab that data stream and do all the plotting. That would be neat to do. I have to figure out the world of Git, which I don't get much.
Don't quit your day job, Vince.
Yeah, I won't, believe me.
There are 0 other questions. Jody did say, however, next up, JoeBrett implements advanced search term functionality. Find all pizza places rated 5 stars within 50 miles, run by Ham Radio Ops.
Well, I mean, that's already kind of implemented. I go down here and I click on the object button, and I mark that pizza place with the best pizza and make it an APRS object, And
there you go.
APRS Yelp.
Yeah.
Yelp PRS, Yelp here, APRS. Yeah.
Yelpers.
Oh, we was talking about this before we went live, right? So I just don't let me forget to let everybody know.
Yeah.
There's light mode and dark mode on the application.
Jeez.
And also on the map. So if you want to mix and match dark map, hey, it's customizable, man.
Look at that.
Dark mode, everything. StreamYard, are you listening?
Yeah. If only StreamYard could.
Oh, Jody has it. Where's the K8MRD now button? You'll find that at K8MRDiswrong.com, Jody. Oh, and apparently Bill's other half says ditto to the, I presume the pizza message bit, because that's when it came in.
Hey, Bill.
Other self. So
Yeah, I appreciate y'all having me and talking about it though, and I don't realize everything that this app is doing, and that until somebody asked me. I gave a presentation on this last Tuesday at last week on a Tuesday. I had to miss the clubhouse, but a radio club wanted me to come talk about it, and so I went and presented in person. And it's when I'm telling people what it does, it's like, my God,
yeah,
we did all that. So,
you know, I got to say, I think the clubhouse can go off the rails when you're not there to keep those guys in line.
yeah.
I've noticed that.
I
Frank,
will
you got to
say
get that
this.
connection figured out.
Right? I know. It's fun.
Does anybody else think his voice
It
is
is
high-pitched?
funny.
I wonder what next week's word will be.
Yeah.
So for everyone in chat, this is for chat.
Chat.
Go email Jason, Smart Jason. Email Jason. Send him an APRS message and let him know that JoeBrett's app should be on the KAMRD is wrong website. It's not there. It should be there. This is a valuable resource.
He definitely knows about it. We've been talking. We've been talking about it. So it's just so much to try right now. I mean, he's in the middle of doing the Greater Wolf and some other things, So
Right.
it just hadn't got to him on the list yet.
Well, if everybody in chat goes and messages him on APRS about it, he'll get the idea.
Let's see. No, he's outside my range filter. But,
And Jody, yeah, right. Wet or dry, they'll take it either way over at that other show.
What show's that?
Clubhouse.
Okay. Sometimes that AI filter is right on quick, and sometimes it lags a little bit.
Well, it's AI. What do you expect?
But it seems to be really damn short-lived. I mean, sometimes it's just out and in, and then other times it takes a while when
Right.
the trigger
It's
word
weird.
comes up.
Yeah,
It's weird.
it's kind of like an audio gate. Yeah.
right.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Oh, so if we were to say something like Clubhouse, 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 Clubhouse,
Clubhouse.
It might stay there for a while.
for like 4 or 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Until next week.
Yeah. Big. Yeah.
Thank you, Interstellar,
Yeah. I'm just
and everybody
afraid
else in the chat.
I'm just afraid I'm going to put that button back and he's not going to have a shirt on or something.
I'm not Izzo. I'm not Izzo or Shane. So, you're good there.
Well, I don't know. You came with your Clubhouse fanboy stuff on.
Well, okay.
Right.
Yes, I did.
Man, he's taking it off. At least he moved out of the camera.
Thank God.
Bow chicka bow wow.
Because chat, he's not just changing shirts. He's got the original shirt on under. He just put another layer on.
He's
So there he goes.
Yeah.
he,
A little wiggle and you.
he's while I'm reading there is he wants to see Shane's banana, and we can't have that. No.
I think we saw enough of that.
Thank you, man.
Yeah.
And Bill.
Yeah. Well, hey, JoeBrett, thank you very much. This is cool. I'm excited about it, and I'll probably download it here pretty soon.
Well, look, I'm totally under the expectation. I'd love for everybody to try it, check it out, but it's going to be for some people, and it's not going to be for others. Nobody's going to hurt my feelings if they didn't like it. This was built on my specific use case and need here that I just collaborated with several other users and people to make it what it is today. So,
Jody, you're absolutely. Jody, you're off the charts for that one.
Okay, so I wasn't the only one that saw that. I think that shirt has a subliminal message in it. I do. No.
And if anybody in chat wants to know where to find this app, how to help Joe out, or Joe's YouTube channel, because once in a while he does post a YouTube video, it's all right there in chat.
By his own admission.
and there's YouTube and Twitter links there in the GitHub as well.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
let's go over that real quick, Tim. I'm sorry.
What's
Look,
that?
Just like Vince said, he doesn't get the Git very much. So
yeah, that I'm sure People who don't
reset.
download software a lot of times,
So-
that's a good.
So when you click on the link and go to the GitHub, if you're not familiar with GitHub, when you get to my repo, first you may end up here. This is the splash page, but repositories, APRS PropView, and some other crap that I've made. You're going to come up with this when you first open up a repo in GitHub. It's a bunch of files and folders, and you're like, what do I do? Well, if you're on Windows, all you need to really do is go over here to releases, click on that, takes you to the latest release, tells you about it, download the exe. I suggest the setup file now. But other than that, you can go down and read about the projects, no matter what repo you're on. But just so you know, scroll down or look for releases if you're on Windows, and our instructions like Raspberry and Pi installs here. But there, I'm done.
So, Joe,
Yes.
in case you didn't know, because I've known this for a bit, over on the far right, if you click on APRS PropView under releases there, that'll just jump you right to the download section for Windows.
Yeah, that's exactly what I said. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
That's what I heard.
All right, I was paying attention to Jody's comment here. Seriously, JoeBrett, great work. APRS apps needed a fresh take, and this is a great start.
Well, thanks. I kind of thought the same thing. I enjoyed using the other softwares, and they still, have their purpose and work. They're just not as pretty as apps should be these days. So,
Well,
They're not as current.
yeah.
so one thing that I think has happened a lot, and this kind of is the downside of freeware, right? People spend time doing it. It has to be a labor of love. We had a lot of software that was created in the 80s, the 90s, the 2000s that we still use today. And to be fair, really the only thing that's happened to it is any kind of patching they need to do to get it to run on a more current operating system. But people would hang on to those Windows 95 systems as long as they could to that one laptop to continue to run some program if it hadn't gotten updated. And that, quite honestly, in this day and age with the internet, is very dangerous to do. So, it started with I credit Jarrett with Hammers and really getting out and doing something new. That was followed up with Polo, World Radio League. Now a whole group of people are writing code, whether mostly through the assistance of AI, which is great. It cuts down that development time and makes it easier. It also, I think, if you don't have necessarily the programming skills at all, if you've got an idea, give it a try. Do something to push yourself just a little bit. There's plenty of people out there that I think will help. If they see you investing the time to try to do something, they'll jump in and help out on a project.
Tim, I'll say something. Granted, they're on separate VLANs, but I have a 95, an NT, a 98, and an XP machine still all up and operational for various radio stuff.
That's
Various radio stuff. That's why.
Because your Motorola needs DOS to program.
No, it's not even that. It's Motorola based, yes, but I literally have a whole Centricom control console in the remote studio. Jody, however, says feature request, ability to turn on GeoCities mode, because apparently he wants to go back to 1990.
To touch on what Tim was saying, I was talking when I gave the presentation at the radio club last week. There was a actual career programmer that actually does that for a living, and I was talking with him, and we was talking about the whole AI, because I told him, I said, yeah, I vibe most of this, right? I went to school for it, but I don't remember this stuff, so I had to get some help. And even a programmer now that does this by trade, if they're not utilizing AI in some way of their workflow, I think they're really missing out. Probably on supper a lot, or a good night's sleep. And then the other thing, because it can just really speed things up for you, but it can wreck a lot of stuff for you too if you're not careful. But the other thing is, you'll notice here at the top, I got a little badge here says Security Bandit. So although this thing is not really doing much besides dealing with APRS, I still wanted to run it through a third-party security check to check all the code. I wanted to make sure it didn't have some rogue code in there that was feeding information off to who knows where, something or leaving something open that needed to be closed as far as ports or something. And so if you do go on this adventure and stuff, be just kind of mindful of what you're doing, and if it touches networking and stuff in any way, definitely seek out. That was a free third-party little software that you can script. You run it through, and it just checks all your code and stuff for things, and it's going to find a lot of medium risk, I guess. It's going to find a lot of those. They're more like suggestions. And if it hits on high risk, you might want to work on correcting that. But
and I will mention this: you do this, a few others do this, some don't. If you vibe code, use AI Assist, make it known, because people trust what others put out and whatnot. And if you don't, put that in the description. I had AI help me with this. Simple as that.
Yeah, look right there. I got highlighted.
Yeah,
created by me and AI agent. So
exactly.
I'm not going to hide it from you. It is what it is, man.
Well, some people do try that, and it doesn't usually go well.
Yeah, I've seen one before that was like totally against AI and bashing on the vibe coding thing, and then they released an app, and I go, wait a minute, man, wait a minute. Like if you do a pretty critical update or feature implementation in 30 minutes to your app and it got a new release, or the same night, you more than likely didn't peck and type on your keyboard all that in that amount of time.
Yeah.
So, and plus just the overall look of it is, AI's got a look, right?
Oh, absolutely.
So,
but it is improving.
It is. It really is. Quickly, whether you like it or not. Look, sideband was killing ham radio. FT8 killed ham radio. POTO's killing ham radio.
AM killed CW.
YouTube's killing ham radio. Vibe code AI is kind of the same thing. Everybody's up in arms for different reasons, and I get the environmental stuff and all that concerns. But CDs, cassette tape, cassette tape CDs, 8 tracks, vinyl, whatever. I don't know how far back to go. But, everything's killing everything. We will adapt and figure out how to implement it.
Windows 95 killed MS-DOS. Sorry, Jeff.
Things change. Get over it. If you can't get over it, then shut up.
So DOD Tim has it right. For those that are not artistically inclined, it really helps.
Yeah, it does.
We're smart enough.
I have a whole my whole industry is flipped out about AI right now. It's a tool. It is it. That is it.
Yeah.
Tool. You still need and I am a professional data center engineer. You still have to understand and know, have critical thinking skills. That can't get necessarily replaced by AI. That's not going to last very long. You need to be able to look at it, put your head around it, wrap things that be the eyes and ears that the AI isn't going to know. Use it as a tool. Use it to help you out. Use it to make you better. But don't necessarily have to be afraid of it. But you have to learn how to use it.
Yeah, and it's not always right. You got to ask it, are you sure? Or correct it with like, that's not true. This is the truth here. And then it goes, oh, good.
You're
catch.
absolutely right. Good catch.
It's like, why am I paying you money if you're gonna make up stuff out of thin air? I don't get it.
Tall Dave Frequency Frontier says, looks like JoeBrett is killing ham radio. Killing it in a good way, I will say. But
Yeah.
Jody also says, our landfills are full of tech that was state of the art at one time. Basically, we're trading one evil for another. Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
Evil makes the world go around.
And Interstellar has it right for you, Tim. Communication, critical thinking, and problem solving skills.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yep. Common sense.
You're not going to replicate that necessarily with AI.
Yeah.
AI is not going to have a gut feeling.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, we just hit the 2-hour mark.
Yes.
So you know what that means.
Sorry about that.
After the clubhouse?
Oh no.
Womp womp.
Damn, we need to get that filter fixed.
Yeah, you definitely need to get that filter fixed.
Oh man. Yeah, I was getting ready to say you'd think this is the clubhouse as late as we're running.
There we go.
Actually, it's that bottom spot that does that.
So Jeff, what's coming up for you?
More videos.
That's
So
it.
Works in the way. Works in the way. Work always gets in the way. So I see people like, you gotta be retired. It's like, well, why don't you pay my bills and then I will retire and make some more videos.
Are you still young,
Thanks.
Jeff, right?
Yeah, I'm older than you.
Are you?
Yeah.
Oh,
I hit 56. I hit 56 back in April.
oh, yeah, I guess you are a little bit older than me.
I don't look like it. Good thing I got good genes.
There you go.
I'm the youngest one. Well, I think it's me and then JoeBrett. So Vince, what about you?
Dude, I am planning some epic cycle trips this year, deep into backcountry, going after some POTA entities that have never been touched because they're at least an hour away from any roadway. So I've got my planning stuff happening, and I am hoping for some epically beautiful shots from all these places that are normally hike-in only. That's what I got coming up. So not a lot in the short term.
How are you going to get there? An hour off the roadway.
Oh, well, it's an hour off the highway to drive into the staging parking lot. And then it's a 3-hour hike up to the 3 to 6 hour hike up to these tea houses. But Homeboy doesn't hike. I mean, I'm in shape. My shape is Round. Round does not go hiking.
Right.
But Round does use his electric mountain bike.
Okay.
You need like
Go
a
off on
mountain
trail.
bike with like 4 wheels instead of 2.
Nope. I've already done it. I've done summits on a 2-wheel e-commuter bike. So I did that last year, and I am eagerly looking forward to getting my legs back in shape for those big long climbs. Yeah, that's what I'm tackling this year, man.
So just for a few minutes there, we were on Greg K6 EGG's stream while he's working 6 meters.
Huh.
And EOD Tim says, watch out for the meese, Vince.
Yeah, the meese and the bears.
Yeah.
Yeah, and my bear spray has expired, so now I have to buy new stuff, which means I can take my old can and I can actually practice with it.
Are you
That's
allowed
what
to
you do with
that?
old cans. Yes, we
Okay.
are allowed to fire it off. Yeah,
I know you guys had some different rules with that.
yeah. As long as I'm off, where I'm not bothering anybody with it, right?
Okay.
So,
Yeah.
so
I can't carry bangers into the national parks, bear bangers,
Yeah.
and that's usually where I'm doing a lot of my stuff. But that's okay. You know, I carry bear bells and I make lots of noise.
So what's
So
a bear
Vince-
banger? So like
A bear it's like an ammunition thing. It's a finger-sized propellant launcher with a spring in it.
Okay.
You put a banger in it. It fires out, 100 yards, and then it goes bang.
like a
And the idea
flashbang.
and the idea is to put it between you and the bear, not put it past the bear so the bear comes running your way.
Whoops.
Yeah. So
And Vince, Matt K2AUB's World says, start calling him Ham Jazz Jr.
Yeah.
Yeah.
there we go.
Absolutely. JoeBrett, what about you? What do you got?
Yeah, what do you got coming up, JoeBrett?
Well, video wise, it's probably going to be the clubhouse next Tuesday night, as always. But other than that, I've been these couple radios I talked about that I'm trying to repair from lightning strikes. I've been documenting a little bit of that, so we'll try to make a video out of it in the end. And I've got another estate sale that I'm looking at and hoping to snag a good bit of ham radio stuff out of. Doesn't appear a lot of people that is watching this auction is very interested in ham radio. They're more interested in the tools and stuff like that. So that's good for me.
Oh, wait, post a link to the auction, man.
Wait, you got to pick it up in person, and
Dude, I'm game
for a lot of y'all.
Yeah, well.
I'm sure Vince has contacts.
I figured, JoeBrett, what you don't buy, you can then charge somebody to pick up and ship to them.
Right. Broker fee.
That's right. Local service. Yeah. Go pirate ship and everything.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, Frank, what do you got going on?
You know, I was waiting to make sure JoeBrett was done first.
I'm
JoeBrett,
done.
you good?
Yeah. I released the rain.
So as I said at the beginning, Thursday, Frank's something else. It's a fun and wild show. And then Fridays with Frank. So Thursday, I start after Ham Shack TV ends. So he and I have worked it out so that we don't overlap each other too much, if at all. Fridays with Frank is still every Friday, and that's at 9 to 9:15 Central on Thursdays and 7 Central on Fridays. Fridays is an open Q&A AMA, but we like to talk about ham radio, photography, trains, the railroad kind, you know, the kind I work on, not other trains.
It's like
that has been brought up in chat.
Is it like a foamer? Wait a
Not
minute.
a foamer.
What
Not
kind
a
of
foamer.
train? What kind of trains are coming in the chat? Your chat.
Tell
hold
me you
on.
don't want to know.
Your chat. Is this like the Turkish fembot kind of thing?
Yeah, we'll
Yeah.
go with that. Yeah, that's the way to do it.
What-
Absolutely.
Keep that on your channel. Fembot.
I'm trying, but you know, they reach out everywhere.
Yeah.
So that's what I have going on. And then of course, you know, I hang out with everybody on the after chat on Saturdays, and then yeah, I hang out when I can because of work scheduling on Clubhouse.
All right.
Jody says he's not a Turkish fembot. Alrighty. Well, not much going on my end. Just got back to town. Been out doing some POTUS and just making contacts, doing some 40-meter RF therapy from the front seat. Got some thoughts on a few things. I'm putting some videos together, but nothing spectacular at this point. Hopefully, I'll do a video on this fancy JoeBrett software.
Oh.
And I
like that, and so
It's good stuff.
I would be remiss if I didn't mention the other Tim, Treasury Tim, Rockets and Radios. Saturday night, right before Josh at Ham Radio Crash Course. So Tim either does right before me on Fridays or right before Josh on Saturdays. This week is a Saturday show.
So that's more like it like Sunday morning for him, right?
Yes.
5 o'clock Pacific, but Sunday morning because the way the world turns.
It'd be 3:30 Pacific, 5:30 Central for EOD.
Ooh, awesome.
So yeah.
Right on.
Dude.
And then dropping all of JoeBrett's links again, just because.
Yes.
And then of course the Ham Radio Kids Table Discord, because where else are you going to find half the fun and shenanigans of Clubhouse? Right here on the Kids Table.
And actually, we'll talk more about ham radio than Clubhouse ever does.
Yeah. That's right. You know, I tell you what, man, I am so glad that we have community programming almost every night of the week now. I think we do have
Right.
every night of the week. I don't know about you guys. I stopped watching TV a long time ago, and
Yeah.
YouTube has become my evening entertainment. And you know, every one of these shows, there's something I'm watching every night of the week. So I'm glad that we have it. We have probably living in the best time in amateur radio, as far as getting information out, getting access to it, getting the YouTube Elmer per se, and having that kind of information at our fingertips. So it's good stuff, and I'm glad that we have got it all. So good stuff. Well, let's get out of here, guys. Call it a night. So, JoeBrett, thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Thank you all for having me.
And what
And
were you
of course, JoeBrett, stick around after the outro.
I think
And JoeBrett, thank you to your compatriots at Clubhouse for loaning you to us tonight. I had to do that just one more time.
And
Tell
one
the
more
people
time.
at Clubhouse not to be jealous little people.
Okay.
they were getting a little hot last night.
It's all good. We're all
Yeah.
a big family. We can share each other.
Still want to get Randy on here. Can you hook that up? Yeah, I want to hear about the childhood of
Right.
Shane. Yeah, yeah, that'll be fun. So, all right, guys, well, let's get out of here. Everybody, have a great evening, and don't forget tomorrow night, Ham Shack TV and
Coffee and Ham Radio.
Coffee and Ham Radios is on at 8 p.m. Eastern. Friday night, there's a bunch of shows. Saturday night, Josh is on. Sunday night, Jason is on, and got plenty to watch. Everybody, have a good evening. We will see everybody later.
Bye.
Three.
See ya.
Everybody